Hello everyone, welcome back to Sustainable Living with Shilpa Reddy, powered by Planet Green Farm Natura, a new beginning to your life. On this episode of SustainKart, One Sustainable Change, where I will interact with the vibrant and relentless woman who walks the talk, fondly known as Wom Rani. Vani Murthy Garu, who will talk about the simple changes that each one of us could incorporate in our lifestyles. We hope to stand as a guide for those who chose to tune towards sustainable life choices. This episode is brought to you by SustainKart. All these episodes, I have made a conscious change to repeat and restyle all my outfits that I've worn many times before. Vani Garu, welcome back again.
Thank you, Shilpa.
So today is very important episode according to me because the idea or the term sustainability causes a lot of stress among people. When I speak something about how to live sustainably or small practices that you can bring into your life, people want to do it, they understand the cause and effect and impact, but they don't know where to start. And rather than being or enjoying doing it and feeling grateful and having that gratitude, they get stressed out, not knowing where to start. So what would you say to people who want to begin that journey?
Right. That's a very often used word, the eco-anxiety of late. So there are two kinds of people. One, who are blissfully unaware that there is a part of them that is responsible to how this planet is getting, completely devastated. Because they're completely blissfully unaware. There are others who have been on this journey and they know how important it is, they keep upping their game and trying to do. But the fence sitters who are, wanting to go on the other side and wanting to start, but they don't know where to start. And if you have to do all this, how much of my time, my energy, it's like, it's very daunting and overwhelming. It's very valid. It's not something that we should dismiss.
Yeah, of
because
course.
This is something we need to address, because that's where we need to tell them, start slow. Don't feel, and you don't have to be somewhere or belong some elite club called the zero waste club. No, you don't have to be there.
Right.
But start one step at a time. What is the closest? What is the most important thing? We'll miss a big picture if we start looking at small things that don't matter. But what matters is important. So I think in many ways they can make it easier for themselves if they don't stress on wanting to be somewhere.
Correct.
Very quickly. It has taken 12 years for me to be where I am.
Right.
And it's a slow and a steady journey.
Right.
It's a very consistency, that the stable way where you continue to evolve, to understand better, to learn better, to hear better. All these are, and we see better. But if we're clouded with fear and anxiety, you're not going to see things that you can improve on in your life.
Absolutely.
So it's a lifestyle change that you need to do, and that can go slow and steady.
And probably they also can set short-term goals, probably make one or two changes to begin with, get used to that, and then probably add another two. So this is a journey, as you said. So that's very important, and it's called eco-anxiety, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard this term before.
Eco-anxiety.
And what are the things that people should keep in mind before buying a product? I remember few people get stressed with the packaging, but not the product inside it.
Right. Yeah, see, the thing is, we also need to understand and start learning how products are made, what kind of resource goes into it, the energy that goes into it, how far it has traveled. Many things. Is it locally sourced? Is too much of investment made to create that product? So, ultimately that's what is most important for you. So we need to pick and choose products that put less stress on the resources itself.
Right.
Creating that product shouldn't be stressful on the resources, because resources are limited.
Correct.
Because they can't go on forever and ever. So what are we leaving behind for the future generations is what we need to think. So we cannot completely deplete resources that is available on this beautiful planet.
Apparently it's said that if we continue the way we are continuing, with population being added every year, we need 3.5 planets to kind of cater to the desires and needs and the consumption we are doing at this point. That is a scary thought.
Yeah, there's no planet B.
B. And where are we talking about 3.5 planets? That is something scary.
That's a huge burden on this planet to
Absolutely.
take, because it's going to affect the quality of life on this planet.
Yeah,
That's what for sure.
Correct.
We are already seeing it in climate change. We are seeing the kind of disasters that's happening, the extremes that are, the planet is going through.
Unseasonal rains and untimely.
So all these are because the way we live.
Correct.
Our lifestyles have changed so much. That's impacting every way.
And one thing I wanted to ask is, do you get trolled? Because I do, even though we're trying to kind of show few things that we are doing and trying to inspire a small set of people, people have lost the plot and they focus on the minuscule frivolous things and miss out the bigger picture.
Yeah.
So did you face anything like that?
I don't get trolled, but of course there are comments that come. Luckily, I don't get trolled. But there are comments that will, try to point out or find a flaw in what you're doing, and I'm okay, because there are all kinds of people out there.
Correct.
And the thing is, if I try to react to it or respond to it, I just lose my energy to be who I am and do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that it takes away, and I wouldn't let anybody take that away from me.
Correct.
So so the thing is, ignore them, and for all those people who troll people who are trying to do their best and trying to grow in this journey, I think it's not fair. It's not fair, because we don't know what you're doing in your life. You put it out. Do you want people to judge you? So I think you
that
should
also takes courage, don't you think so?
Absolutely. It takes a lot of courage for people to come out and say, this is who I was and this is what I'm doing and this is how I want to evolve to be.
And I'm not perfect.
Absolutely. We all are imperfectly perfect.
I love that.
We don't have to be. Nothing is perfect in this world.
Absolutely.
Constant change is the constant. That's the thing we have to see. So I think as human being in this time and in this era, each of us have to have that consciousness to be the person who walks lightly, and shares her practices, which will impact others who haven't thought about it. So you're trying to trigger a kind of consciousness in others. That's all we can do.
Absolutely.
We can't really change people, but we can trigger something,
inspire them, or
that
trigger.
could bring out, probably this is something that
provoke a thought within them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So see, we're not perfect, and if we want to undo everything, it's like there's no meaning to how we evolved, how the civilization evolved. So that has to be kept in mind. And one more common thing that I notice is people are against plastic. Plastic means bad, but if you see, plastic is one of the biggest and greatest inventions of 20th century, which made, commendable, change in medical industry to so many other industries.
Yeah.
So throw some light on what is, that plastic is not a bad thing, but what has to be done is the reducing of the single-use plastic.
Exactly. You said it. It is we cannot do without plastic. It's there everywhere. It's everywhere. Whatever you buy, there's plastic in it. So one is not against plastic that lasts a long time. A plastic that is used, high-grade plastic, which you use it for years together.
Like your buckets.
Yeah,
and,
you're not going to discard
bins.
them. What we are against is the polluter, because those plastics are virgin plastics, they're good plastics, they can be recycled.
Right.
But what we are worried about is a single-use plastic, which is cheap, which is meant to be used once and discarded, which has no recycling value.
Correct.
And that is the one we need to completely refuse and avoid, and the entire focus and our target has to be that single use should not be anything that is going to get discarded very quickly. You may use it for a few days and discard. That also is not very good. It may be very cheap plastic which can't be recycled. So we need to keep that in mind. So plastic as such we can't avoid. Everywhere, right from your furniture to your refrigerators, everywhere there's plastic. How can you have a plastic-free life? It's not plastic-free.
You can't even imagine.
Yes.
It's like unthinkable.
Yes.
So what about alternatives to plastic, Vani Garu?
Yeah, I have my take on it
Okay.
because there are certain things that absolutely no, because plastic has been banned. Few plastic items have been banned, and there's a global movement towards completely going on a war against single-use plastic. But the thing is, the alternatives, which are again not sustainable, like polypropylene bag,
Those bags, the cloth-like looking
yes,
bags.
they look like cloth. People say it's cloth bag, but it isn't. It is worse than plastic. You know,
Yes.
so we shouldn't look at that as an alternative. Even the biodegradable bags, they say it's plastic. It is. I mean, they have different names. For a plastic bag, which is biodegradable, they say, or compostable, they say.
Or even the compostables
so
are
I
not.
don't think so. It doesn't compost in my bin, definitely.
Okay.
Probably it needs a lot of temperature. So maybe its bill, it has come for the incineration. And we are against incineration also.
Again,
so,
correct.
and you don't know how much plastic is there, how much is edible
What
starch.
else is mixed
yeah,
with it?
they use some food products like starch. Why do you grow food to, use it as a single-use bag? You could as well avoid. So I think alternatives are not really the thing.
Okay.
But of course, many industries need alternatives to plastic, single-use plastic. So they will come up with things.
Right.
We need to be cautious about it. That's
Right.
it. Yeah.
So again, for a person who is starting on this journey, yes, you can learn, evolve, understand, doing things on your own. But are there places that they can get the information or inspiration on a daily basis?
I think with social media, information is everywhere.
Right.
You just need your 2 fingers to type. When people ask me questions about very simple things, I'll wonder why cannot they Google search it?
Right.
Because you get every information. You want to join a movement. You want to see what are the different things happening in this world regarding a particular thing that you want to pick up. Make
Right.
your own research. Find out. There's so much information available. There's social media, people who are on this journey, who talk about it constantly, follow them. So you can get information, you can transform your life by just understanding more about what is available already. You don't have to, rethink or redo something.
On your own,
Yeah, on
yes.
your own.
Yeah.
There's already, and on that you can work on.
Right.
How it suits your personality, your household, or, the way you live your life.
Right.
Yeah.
So even the compost bin recently I bought, and there were tutorials on YouTube, and there are multiple pages on Instagram where every day this lady takes her waste and kind of mixes up with dry waste. So it's like watching her life through social media, and since she's also somebody like you can resonate, and you can easily pick up, and it feels like you can totally do it.
Very true.
So I think more than reading blogs and all, I've personally felt that Instagram accounts of people who are following
Right.
made more sense, because they're showing their everyday
Right.
a journey as to how they are doing, what they're
Right.
doing.
Right.
So that's as you said, we don't have any less information. It's just the intention has to be to learn
And get onto the path, and it will take you. I mean,
Once
once
you're
you're
on
on a path,
Right.
whatever path it is, good or bad, the bad path also sucks you deep into something that you don't want to be in. Even the good path just takes you. It takes you. It's very organic. The growth has to be very organic. There shouldn't be stress. There shouldn't be anxiety. It has to grow on its own, and it will come. I feel when you open up your mind to want to be something, everything is there. You can see them.
Correct, yeah.
It'll appear right in front of you.
So eco-anxiety is something that you make up in your mind, but it is not a
It's
real
not true.
thing.
It's not true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was a great episode. Thank you so much, Vani
Thank
Garu.
you, Shilpa.
I sincerely thank Vani Garu for taking out time and making this possible. Hope you all will implement these simple changes and fight eco-anxiety. Please do subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for more updates. See you all next week. Signing off, Shilpa Reddy.